In this module, you'll learn how to cite the work and words of others that you incorporate into your own papers and assignments. This can be very challenging for all students, so pay close attention, and if you have any questions about how to do it after watching this module, you should visit a writing center on campus. So citation is really important because I think this is what gets the most kids, is plagiarism. When do you cite things? When you've read it, when someone else told it to you, when you got it from another source that's not your brain, when you wrote it but you used it already, when you wrote it but you used it in another paper. Why is that not allowed? Why can't you just, okay, I wrote a paper for this History of America class, and now I'm in an English class, and they're giving me the same kind of assignment to do. Why can't I just either take stuff from that paper or resubmit that paper to that professor? Why can't you do that? Does anybody know why that would be cheating? We still have more slap bands and pens. Why is that not allowed? Somebody knows. Idea over here? Even though I'm being videotaped, I'm a very patient person. Yeah?
It's limit our creativity.
Now, of course, I can't hear you.
It's limit our creativity.
It's limiting your creativity? Yeah. Yeah, it's actually not pushing yourself. So every assignment that you're given at UC Irvine is a chance to challenge yourself and work on your skills and develop your knowledge, right? So it's not only working on the content knowledge, but your skills, writing in English, right? One of the skills most highly valued by graduate schools and employers that they complain that university grads don't have is the ability to communicate in writing or verbally. And so you need to work on that while you're here. So what you need to do if a professor gives you an assignment that's similar to one you've already done is you need to go talk to them. You need to say, hi, I've already written a paper on this topic. What would you like me to do? Should I build on that paper? Do you want to give me a new assignment? And let the professor choose how to handle that, all right? So I can't get into the details and the techniques of citation, but generally speaking, if you use something from somebody else, you need to tell the reader. And you tell the reader by telling them the author of what you read, the year it was published, the title of the piece, and if you're using direct words, you're copying exact words, you need to give quotation marks around it and a page number, right? And every class might have a different citation style. You're going to hear words like APA, MLA, Chicago. They make no sense. You have to figure out what they mean. But don't worry about formatting. Those are all about how to format things. You just need to be clear that you've gotten something from somebody else. You might lose a couple of points on the format if you got it wrong, but who cares? At least you won't be called dishonest. But you can figure out formatting. There's guides online. The library can help you. There's programs that will do the formatting for you. That's okay. The formatting is not really what matters. What matters is that you tell the reader where you got the material from. So one reason I see students get in trouble, and this is what I used to do, it was bad practice, is you take material from other sources, you put it in your notes, or you start putting in your paper, and then you're reading it later and you say, oh, where did this come from again? Because you didn't include your source right away. So every time, just include your source right away as soon as you use that information. Okay, you can use your true-false signs again. You're going to hold up true if you need to cite something, and you'll hold up false if you don't need to cite in this particular situation. So true or false, you discussed an idea with a friend and then used the idea in a paper. True, you have to cite it. False, you don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. True. What? Why not? It's like that work situation, right? I'm not going to take my friend's idea and pretend it's my own. You wrote a paper in class last year and are using a sentence or two in a paper this year. True, you have to cite it. False, you don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. True. You can cite yourself. A lot of people don't know that. I cite myself all the time. I'm constantly building on things I've written before. You state a fact that everyone in your field knows. True, you have to cite it. False, you don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. False and then some truths. Why did you say true?
Well, even if it's well known, you still need to, it's not yours, and sign it.
Okay. And why did you say false, I think?
It's like everybody knows that,
Oops. Yes, she says it's not your idea, so you have to cite it. And he said everybody knows it, so you don't. So the truth is, it's hard to figure that out sometimes. No, it doesn't actually depend. I mean, it's just really hard. What I find with students is that they assume that it's common knowledge more often than it's not, right? If you had to go somewhere and look it up, you need to cite it, because obviously you didn't know it. There's a way to say that it's common knowledge. You could say, as many people in the field have said, and then you could list 3 sources who have said that. And that just backs up your claim that it's common in the field. But you don't have to cite things like this, pi equals 3.1441, whatever it is. You don't have to cite things like that. But there's actually not much that's common knowledge outside of our field. So if you're not sure, what do? Ask. Or you cite it, because then again, you might be over-citing, but you're not going to be called dishonest. So there's nothing wrong with over-citing. You include a sentence that was on the web but was said by multiple people on multiple sites. True, you have to cite it. False, you don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. True. A lot of students think that because it appears multiple times, it's common knowledge. Therefore, I don't have to cite it. That's not true. So you have to still cite it. If you read it, you cite it. You give your opinion about a topic. True, you have to cite it. False, you don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. False. It's your opinion. Now, if you got your opinion from reading other stuff, you're going to want to build up to that opinion, right? To give that background, you'll cite all that stuff, but you don't cite your actual opinion. You worked with a friend or two on a homework assignment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you have to cite them? Yeah, kind of. Depends on what the professor said. If the professor said you could work with them, you don't have to. Okay, another key to success, plan your quarter. It happens really, 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 really fast. So don't wait until the last minute. Put all of your deadlines in one location. As soon as you get your syllabi next week or whenever, look at what you have. Don't be surprised by, oh my gosh, I have 3 midterms this week. I better start studying. Okay? You have to plan your time, and it's really hard because you have a lot of free time. And so you're going to so here's some other things you're going to have to say no to your friends to. Do you want to go out tonight? No, I have to study. Now, don't study all the time. You need to have fun, right? Part of the reason you're here is to have fun, but you need to balance. You need to make decisions. Start your projects early. If you know that you're not very good at writing yet, which none of us are in first year. Not none of us. A lot of us are not very good at writing in our first year. No, you need to start those papers early. No, you need to get to the Writing Center to help you. And this leads us to the next key to success. Know your weaknesses. Don't be ashamed. We all have weaknesses. I have plenty of them. Know what yours are. Is it your oral or written English? Is it time management? Is it giving in to your friends? You'll do whatever they ask. Foresee scheduling conflicts and recognize when loyalty to a friend might entice you to do something dishonest. Don't just anticipate the challenges, but then address them. Address your weaknesses now. And seek out what we call legitimate support. And how do you know what is legitimate? If your professor or TA told you you could use it, if the professor or gave it to you, if the professor told you you could use it, if it's offered by UC Irvine, like anything from the Learning and Academic Resource Center is legitimate. You can go use that. You can get tutors from there. You can get help from there. Anything else outside of UC Irvine, I've already said this, could not be legitimate. I'm not saying they're not, but you'd be careful and just double check. UC Irvine offers you lots of help. You can always ask the International Center people for advice, okay? They're your go-to people.